lose a lot of your life 3 days at a time.
I missed a lot of work, and I missed a lot of things at home.
I would have the migraines to the point where I nauseated, vomiting, light sensitivity.
The more medicines you take, the worse you make your headaches, actually, instead of making them better.
They just got worse as the years went on.
I entered depression. I think just about anyone would.
It's a constant story of missed birthday parties, missed vacations, spending most of my time in bed, and it's been a great stress on my husband and really on my entire family and my friends.
Dr. Joel Saper, founder and director of MHNI.
You need to keep the door of hope open wide enough for us to walk through it. And you need to be inspired by the team of people that we have put together, by a 20-year record of achievement, by a commitment to work with you as long as it takes, as long as you will work with us, and to do everything that we now know how to do, and to do things with you which we'll know how to do next week that we don't know how to do this week, if you just hang in there.
Founded in 1978, the Michigan Headache Neurological Institute was the nation's first center devoted exclusively to the research and treatment of chronic head pain, and the first and only center of its kind to be nationally accredited. Now celebrating its 20th anniversary, the Institute continues to be at the forefront, treating chronic head pain sufferers with experience, innovation, and commitment. 20 years ago, little was known about the nature or cause of chronic head pain. Often, sufferers were treated with skepticism. Migraine, the most common form of recurring head pain, was dismissed by many as simply a result of stress. Today, we know so much more.
Migraine is a particular type of headache, and it's a headache that begins in the brain itself and results from a very complex interaction between brain chemicals and brain nerve cells. One of the big areas of misunderstanding is that migraine doesn't come from your emotions, doesn't come from psychic disturbances, it comes from brain disturbances. And so by understanding this neurological and biochemical disturbance that may be occurring as part of migraine, we are now able and are currently developing major new treatments to control the pain and prevent the pain.
Specialists at the Michigan Headache Neurological Institute see more patients with severe pain each month than most professionals see in a lifetime. No other clinic brings that depth of experience to the evaluation, diagnosis, and treatment of head pain. What distinguishes the Institute's program is its dedication to innovation based on scholarly experience. Innovation can be found in the Institute's unique multidisciplinary team approach, in its pain management techniques, and in its ongoing research programs.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, my name's Irene. I'm the registered nurse that's going to be with you today. And I just want to...
A patient's first visit begins with an orientation, explaining the Institute's approach to individualized evaluation and treatment. It is essential that each patient understand as much as possible about the nature of their illness so they are able to play an active role in the treatment process.
You learned exactly what the mechanisms were that caused a headache. You learned about the different foods that could trigger headaches and the different patterns.
It was really exciting. The very first day that I came here, I could tell by the questions from the nurses. They understood the position I was in. They knew I was in trouble. And there was a sense of urgency.
Following a complete neurological examination and a review of the patient's medical and treatment history, a physician and nurse team evaluates the information and develops an individualized treatment strategy. If necessary, other specialists, including surgeons, psychologists, and physical therapists, can be brought into the process.
What we've seen change, aside from the respect and the recognition of how complex the headache problem is for some people, is the recognition that many disciplines, many professional disciplines, many backgrounds in terms of training are really required to help people.
As a neurologist, I can bring understanding of the nervous system and how the nervous system operates. We know that pain is a manifestation of something going on in the nervous system.
Structures such as the muscles, spine, ligaments, joints in the neck may be also contributing to head pain, so physical therapy addresses those structures.
We're involved in treating not only the headache but the whole patient. The headache, associated depression if it's present, anxiety if it's there, and family relationships as well.
It hurts really bad though.
Physicians meet and they talk with one another about the patients that were seen who were new that day, and they validate with one another that their plan of care was appropriate. And so you have more than one health professional working on your behalf.
The medication has helped a lot because I can do more things than I have been.
They have broken that pattern, that cycle of vicious headaches, and so by coming here, that's changed me.
I felt such a sense of relief, that, wow, wait a minute, something just got rid of my headache. It doesn't get rid of it every single time, but 9 times out of 10 is 9 times out of 10.
For many patients, the use of medication will offer significant improvement in their condition. In fact, the Institute, through its research program, has contributed to important breakthroughs in new and more effective medications. But medication is only one part of the pain management strategy. Treatment programs also include things patients can do to help themselves, like changes in routine, relaxation techniques, diet, exercise, and more.
You really cannot cure migraines, but you can definitely regain your quality of life, and you could really minimize the intensity, the frequency, the duration, the number of headaches you get.
Like any chronic illness, control of migraine and other headaches requires ongoing attention.
It's important for a patient to realize that this is a process that doesn't happen overnight, but that we develop a relationship with them, that we will follow them for a period of time and provide continuing consultation.
Most patients achieve significant pain control through outpatient treatment. However, some patients may have problems so complex or intense that admission to the Institute's treatment unit at Chelsea Community Hospital may be recommended.
Within about 2 days of being in there, I received significant relief. They use strong medicines, and they want to keep you under constant surveillance.
Doing pretty well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Surgical intervention, if necessary, is also available at the Institute. Although the Institute has been primarily concerned with head pain, it is increasingly putting its experience to work in the treatment of other types of pain.
I think that's what really makes this center different than others. It's not that we just treat headache or we just treat back pain. We treat all kinds of pain.
The history of successful treatment at the Michigan Head Pain and Neurological Institute is in large part a result of commitment, a total commitment to helping chronic pain sufferers find the relief they seek.
Since that first visit, I feel more in control of my headaches. I feel like I've made friends here, that they really understand exactly what I'm going through.
They will keep trying, and they're willing to go as far and as long as they have to find the answer for you.
I can reliably make plans both at work and at home. And I look forward to the day. I get up and go at it.
I can take something for this headache and make plans for this afternoon because I know it will go away.
I don't have to think about, I wonder if I'm going to get a headache if I do this, or I have a headache now, I wonder if it's going to get worse.
That's half the battle, is to stop worrying that you're never going to get any relief from it, because you are.
About 95% of the people that come here express to us in the feedback that we get that they're satisfied with their care, 95%. And yet, not all of those 95% are entirely without pain. Many of them still have some level of pain. But I think what makes many people satisfied is some relief of pain, more or less, but a knowledge that we are going to continue to work with them, that we understand, that we explain, that we teach, and and we will endure with them until we can achieve better pain control and perhaps lick it all together.
I think someday I'm not going to have them anymore.